Hello my beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a video all about my favorite light coverage or BB creams for oily skin. Now some of these are a little bit more serum-y foundations, some of them do have claims to be either a CC or a BB cream, but pretty much across the board all of these foundations are light to low medium coverage, and those are exactly the foundations that I like to use on a daily basis. I am not a full coverage person. In fact, I feel very odd when I wear a full coverage foundation. I'm like, who is that? So today I'm going to share my favorite foundations for oily skin that pull either light or low medium coverage. So if you like this video while you're watching, you can give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe because I do upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You are wondering what's on my eyes right now, this like glittery goodness. It is the Tati palette. It's so pretty, you guys. I have never worn this like orangey shade before from the palette. I put the matte orange shade on top and then I put the metallic on top of the matte one. Let's go ahead and hop into the foundations. I have mostly liquid foundations, but I do have some powder foundations. First, I'm going to share the liquid foundations that I have here. The first one I'm going to start with is, it's just too good. This is the CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream. This is affordable at the drugstore. The only complaint I have, and maybe I could wear it right now considering I am a little darker. We did a very long hike yesterday, so I was out in the sun for like 5-6 hours, so I did get a little bit of sun. Maybe not enough to be fair in this shade. So the only thing I don't like about this foundation is the shade range. The fair is just so dark. Like, it is not for fair people. That's like the biggest issue for me, is that I cannot wear this unless I mix it in with another foundation for most of the year. I could wear this during the summer and have no issues, but I just cannot wear it most of the time. Or I just wear a really high neck something that goes up to like here and try and make it work that way. But this is a wonderful BB cream for oily skin. It says BB cream, but it really is like a low medium coverage foundation. It looks so nice. It goes on very easily onto the skin. It does have a matte finish and it does last a really long time throughout the day. I don't notice that I get oily throughout the day when I'm wearing this. When I look at my skin in the mirror, it just looks very skin-like and very healthy. So I love this. This is like my #1 go-to BB cream ever, basically, for if you have oily skin. I don't know how it would do if you have dry skin, and I don't think any of these there's some of them that I could recommend for dry skin as well, but most of these are going to be geared towards oily skin. So that is the first one. The second one is this Supergoop CC cream. This has SPF 35 in it. Love this. This is like a high-end version of this. So this it says CC cream, and again, it's more like low medium coverage. It's not super light coverage. This is really good. This is like really good. You get 1.6 ounce of product in it, so a little bit more than standard, which is awesome. Like I said, it is a little bit more expensive. It's you can get it at Sephora, but this just looks so nice on the skin. I do notice I have to go in with a blotting sheet throughout the day or like use powder throughout the day at least once. With this, just because it is a CC cream, it doesn't necessarily claim to be mattifying or anything like that, but I don't notice that I get overly oily with this. Like, I have a little bit of oil, but it's more like natural glow type of oil throughout the day. This does not make me look super oily. I just really like how it sits on my skin, and I would say that if you are fair and you cannot find your shade in the CoverGirl BB cream, then I would definitely try this. I have the shade Fair Light and it works really well for my skin tone. Next foundation is this Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me foundation. This goes back years and years. I don't remember, let's see. Yeah, okay, maybe I need a new bottle, but I don't like that it doesn't have a pump. I wish that it came with a pump. But you guys, this is just like the OG go-to foundation for me when I think about a drugstore mattifying foundation. It does give a good like low medium coverage, and it just sits really nice on the skin. It definitely helps smooth and even out your pores. It just looks very nice and it lasts a decent amount of time on my skin. I wouldn't say that it is the most long-lasting foundation that I have here, but it does a pretty good job, and you can definitely find your shade if you are fair. All right, this is the Physicians Formula The Healthy Foundation. Who remembers this? This has SPF 20 in it. It says for all skin types. I definitely agree. So this has a doe foot applicator that it comes with. I'm actually oh my gosh, I can see the bottom of the foundation and it's not that much. And no one talks about this anymore, but this is such a good, like, serum-y foundation. Now, the consistency isn't serum-y. I'm just saying, like, the finish on the skin, you would think that it's more of a serum foundation. So this is a awesome foundation for all skin types. It does look very healthy and kind of glowy, but not. More like skin-like, a natural skin-like finish when you're wearing this. But I don't notice that it makes me overly oily or anything. I like a good and natural finish foundation when it doesn't, you know, look horrible at the end of the day. I can manage some oil. Like, some oil is not a bad look for me. And I find that this just does such a good job at making my skin look so healthy. This is my favorite foundation to wear in the summer because it's lightweight. It doesn't feel like you have foundation on, and it just looks so healthy and like your skin is like beautiful from within, you know? All right, this is the No7 Match Made Custom Blend Foundation Drops. This is a little guy, but you get 0.5 ounce of product, but it's literally just pigment. This is not a foundation necessarily. It's just foundation drops where it has pigment in the drop, but the consistency of this, it doesn't claim to be mattifying. It doesn't claim to really be for any skin type in particular. This just is really awesome if you put a mattifying primer underneath it. You can have this be very, very light coverage if you use like one drop all over the face. This can be very, very full coverage if you use a few drops all over your face. This is just awesome. This is my go-to, like when I don't know what foundation I want to pick or what I'm feeling that day, I go to this because I know that it works really well with putting a mattifying primer underneath it, and it just makes my skin look so smooth and like my pores really filled in, even though it doesn't claim to be pore filling or anything. It's just a really good general like foundation drop type of deal that you can add in to another foundation to give it a little bit more coverage, or you can wear it on its own, and my favorite way is to wear it on its own. We all know this is coming. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. As you can see, what was I thinking when I was picking the shade? Actually, my favorite way to wear this is to mix it with the CoverGirl because this is like a dream come true for me, these two combination. This is the lightest shade. I definitely need to go down a few shades. I don't know, I just was like, hey, they have a lighter shade. Maybe that works better for me, but it definitely doesn't. It's just way too light. So I'm using this as a mixer foundation, even in like the dead of winter. Oh, do I have foundation in my hair? What is this? I had a brush bristle thingy in my hair this whole time. You guys didn't tell me. So this is an awesome, amazing drugstore foundation. I'd say it's better than the Maybelline Fit Me. It's a little bit less mattifying, like it doesn't claim to be for oily skin, but this is just an all-around amazing foundation for every skin type. I've seen so many good reviews from people who have dry skin, oily skin combination. It doesn't really matter. This looks so nice and healthy. It's kind of similar to the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation a little bit. And out of these, this is my longest lasting foundation. Like I know when I put this on, this is going to be on my skin looking good at the very end of the day. So if I have a long day or at work or something, I go for this. This is just it for me. Now, again, haven't been able to wear it lately because what is this? I'm definitely gonna pick up my right shade in this foundation so that I can wear it for the summertime. I love that it has a pump. So I definitely recommend trying this if you haven't already. Like out of all of the foundations in this video, I would probably recommend this one and the CoverGirl BB cream. Like it's just it for me. This has a very similar issue to the CoverGirl in that there's not a lot of shades, but this is the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation. Now this is nice and high end. It's like over $50, which is insane to me. But this is an awesome foundation that I love to wear in the summer. I believe the ingredients are really good in this foundation. It might have the clean label at Sephora, but this is an awesome foundation if you want like your skin but better. Now this definitely has a little bit more lighter coverage than the rest of these foundations, and it is definitely a serum foundation. So if you're looking for something that's gonna have a little bit more coverage, I don't think this one would be for you. I can definitely still see like my scarring and stuff underneath this foundation, but it just makes my skin look so nice and a little bit radiant. Like if there's radiant for oily skin, that's what this makes my skin look like. I definitely do have to blot throughout the day. It's gonna happen when I'm wearing something that's not super mattifying, especially in the summertime. The Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. I have the shade Porcelain. I probably need to get a lighter shade of this. This is a great one to wear in the summer because I feel like I'm all over the place. Either they're way too light or way too dark, and I just need to be better about my foundation choices when I'm buying them and be a little bit more consistent with it. This has peach and sweet fig cream. Oh my gosh, it smells so yummy, you guys. I love that this comes in a squeeze tube and it has a pump on the end. It's just perfect for travel. This says it's oil-free, 14-hour wear, oil controlling, and photo-friendly. Definitely gonna get a lighter shade of this because I do love this foundation so much, but I cannot wear it when I'm my fairest during the winter time. So I've been looking forward to this time of the year because then I can wear it. Last liquid type product that I'm gonna mention is the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse. I have the shade Porcelain Ivory Light 1. It's the lightest shade. This is what it looks like. So it is like this moussey texture. It feels like a pillow. This is a very good foundation for oily skin that people don't really talk about anymore. I think it's just because it's been out there for a while, but I love wearing this with taking my brush or my beauty blender, dipping it in here and applying it all over the skin. It just gives such a nice airbrushed look because that's the formula. Like the formula is very airy and light, so it gives a light coverage type of look to the skin. You can build it up if you'd like, but it's just so nice and comfortable when you're wearing it. I mean, it's decently long lasting. I'd compare it to the Maybelline Fit Me in terms of how long it stays on my skin. But yeah, this is just one that I think people don't really talk about and often goes unnoticed because it's blended in at this point to the rest of the makeup in the drugstore. I'm not a huge fan of the packaging. It's heavy, it's glass, it can definitely break, but I do really love the formula and it does do well with oily skin. All right, so I have two powders. Now you're probably gonna guess what these powders are, and these are a little bit more coverage unless you wear them on their own. I would say they're a good medium coverage unless you put them on top of another foundation. So the first one is the Urban Decay Stay Naked The Fix Foundation. You guys, I might repurchase this product. What? This has quickly become my go-to powder. Like if I just want a lightweight type of look to the skin, if I want a good medium coverage, but I don't want to go in with a bunch of foundation, I just add a little bit of concealer, I add this on top, and I am completely good to go. On its own, has good medium coverage. If you add it on top of a liquid foundation, it is gonna give you definitely full coverage, but on its own, it's so pretty, and it's my favorite way to just wear it on top of some concealer and put it all over the skin. It does not look heavy, it doesn't look cakey, it doesn't sink into my fine lines. It's just such an overall really, really, really good powder foundation. And yeah, I didn't think I would love this much. I have a review video of this, so I will link it down below. It's just that good. I thought, yeah, you know, this is pretty good in my first initial try it on type of video. I thought it was good, but the fact that I keep going back to it over and over and over shows me that, wow, I really like the way my skin looks with this on. It fills in your pores. Somehow it makes your skin look freaking flawless. Like it just looks so smooth and beautiful on the skin. Lasts a very good amount of time on the skin. And yeah, I just really, really love it. The other one, this is a brand new one actually. I just got it in the mail. This is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Blurring Powder Foundation. Now I have the shade Y215 because the shade Y225 was a little too dark for me, so this is what the shade looks like. I think it'll work a little bit better for me, but I have one that I haven't yet used up that I use in my purse as a on-the-go fix-it type of powder instead of wearing it every single day because I've been saving it. I don't want it to go away, but this is such a good powder. If I would recommend two powders for oily skin, that's not necessarily to set down a liquid foundation, but more to wear on their own on top of some concealer where you have a little bit more either you have scarring or you have some redness. You put this over top of concealer and you are good to go. I definitely definitely recommend these two. Like, you cannot go wrong with either one of these. I don't like to wear them over liquid foundation because, like I said, it just makes it too full coverage for me. I would recommend the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder if you want something that's not going to add a bunch of additional coverage to your foundation, but sets it down really nicely and keeps you matte throughout the day. I'm actually wearing the Laura Mercier powder on my skin right now. But this Makeup Forever powder there is magic in this. There's magic in this. I still think that your money goes a lot farther with this, but in terms of formula, you guys, I think they're so similar. They both blur, they both give such a beautiful finish to the skin. They look matte without looking overly drying or cakey or heavy. They just look amazing on the skin, really. So yeah, I just wanted to put those in here. I know that they're, I guess, maybe a little bit more full coverage when you add them on top of something else, but on their own, I would say that they have a similar amount of coverage to the rest of these foundations that I have in front of me just on their own. So I wanted to add them in here because they're just that good. So you have it. Those are my foundation picks for light to medium coverage, whether it's a CC cream, a BB cream, more of a serum foundation, more of a foundation drop. Like, I just have a bunch of different kinds of foundations in here that all have similar coverage and all work really well for oily skin, whether it's a little bit more of a radiant foundation or a little bit more of a serum-y or a super matte foundation. You can find something in here that works for you, I think, because I think I covered just a bunch of different kinds of formulas of foundations in here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments, what are some of your favorite foundations, like lightweight, light to medium coverage foundations for oily skin. If you don't have oily skin, maybe let me know some of your favorites for dry skin or some that could work for either, because like I said, I do have some more like natural finish type of foundations in here, and I can definitely make them work. So if you have one that you love, let me know that down in the comments. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. I hope you had a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.